Hello friends, how are you? Today our topic is some basic rules of algebra. So in this topic we will study about commutative properties, property of additions, commutative property of multiplication, associative property of addition, associative property of multiplication, the additive inverse and the multiplicative inverse. So please stay with us for these interesting rules or properties. So let's start our video. The first property is commutative property of addition. According to this property, a plus b is equal to b plus a. So if a and b are two terms, then a plus b equal to b plus a. Let's say a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 4. Put these values. So a is equal to 5, b is equal to 4, and similarly b is equal to 4 and a is equal to 5. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 and 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. So this is proved. A plus b is equal to b plus a. 9 is equal to 9. Please note that commutative property is not valid for subtraction. That is, a minus b will not necessarily be equal to b minus a. Similarly, commutative property of multiplication. If a and b are two terms, then a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a, and this is called commutative property of multiplication. So let's say a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 4. Put these values. A is equal to 5, b is equal to 4, b is equal to 4, and a is equal to 5. So 5 fours are 20 and 4 fives are 20. 20 is equal to 20. So a is equal to b, b is equal to a. Hence this commutative property or commutative rule of multiplication is proved. It will not be equal, this a divided by b will not be necessarily equal to b divided by a. The third property is associative property of addition. Let's say if a, b and c are three terms, then a plus b whole bracket plus c is equal to a plus whole bracket b plus c. So let's say a is equal to 5, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. Now put these values. A is equal to 5, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. Similarly, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. So 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 plus 3 and 5 plus 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. So 9 plus 3 is equal to 12 and 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. 12 is equal to 12. So hence proved that a plus b whole bracket plus c is equal to a plus whole bracket b plus c. So this associative property of addition is proved. Now the associative property of multiplication. According to this property or according to this law, we can say whole bracket a into b multiplied by c is equal to a multiplied by whole bracket b multiplied by c. So let's say a is equal to 5, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. Then put the values. A is equal to 5, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. Similarly, a is equal to 5, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. So 5 and 4, 5 fours are 20 multiplied by 3, and here a is equal to 5 multiplied by b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 3. 4 3s are 12. So the multiplication of this is 20 multiplied by 3 and the multiplication of this is 12 multiplied by 5. So 20 multiplied by 3 is equal to 60 and 12 multiplied by 5 is equal to 60. So the associative property of multiplication is also proved. That is, whole bracket a multiplied by b whole bracket, this bracket close, multiplied by c is equal to a multiplied by whole bracket b multiplied by c. Please note that this associative property is not valid for division. That is, a divided by b divided by c will not be equal to this. Now let's say talk about the additive inverse. So what is additive inverse? If a be a term, then its additive inverse is minus a. So let's say a is a term, so the additive inverse of this will be minus a. So a plus this minus will multiply with this. So this will become a minus a, which is equal to 0. So generally the resultant of additive inverse is equal to 0. It means that the additive inverse is a value. For example, if you have any term, so the additive inverse of that term will be equal to that term with the negative sign. For example, if you have a term b, so the additive inverse will be minus b. If you have a term 5, so the additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. If you have a term, a value equal to 10, the additive inverse of 10 is equal to minus 10. Similarly, the multiplicative inverse. Let A be a term, then its multiplicative inverse. Sorry, here the word additive is wrong. Its multiplicative inverse is 1 over A, where A is not equal to 0. So this A will not be equal to 0. So the the multiplicative inverse of A will be equal to 1 over A is equal to 1. Generally, the resultant of multiplicative inverse is equal to 1. So here, if you have any term, the multiplicative inverse of that term will be in reciprocal. For example, if you have a term b, the multiplicative inverse of b will be 1 over b. If you have a term is equal to 5, so the multiplicative inverse of 5 will be equal to 1 over 5. If you have a term minus 5, so the multiplicative inverse of minus 5 is equal to 1 over minus 5. Please remember that the resultant of multiplicative inverse will always be equal to 1, and the resultant of additive inverse will always be equal to 0. So these were some basic rules of algebra. Please like the video and share it with your friends.